You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Well, all right. I just got an email from somebody in Texas, and I had to think of Matthew McConaughey, huh? All right, so today we're going to recognize two things. First off, that we should keep things simple. I like simple because simple works, and most people overcomplicate things. And secondly, that you don't like to change. Not just you, but no human does. Change is bad for us. At least on an evolutionary standpoint, we avoid what we don't know. We accept those two premises. We should keep things simple, and we're afraid to change. And because of that, we can make anything easier when it comes to changing our life. We'll talk about that today, the 3 ways that you can do it. Simple, if you're willing to accept the challenge, okay? It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Simple. It's simple. I just believe this concept that you get out of bed in the morning and you should have a say in how your day goes. Your boss shouldn't push you around. Your spouse shouldn't push you around. You should be able to kind of guide your day, engineer your day if you want to. And you can. Now more than ever, you can kind of do what you want to do. Yeah, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to think about it. No doubt about that. But I believe you should get up and go through your day and accomplish whatever your heart says you want to do. And when you lay down to go to bed at night, you just kind of go to sleep like, okay, it's a good day. Get up and do it again. Is that too much of a goal to ask for? I don't think so. I think it's pretty basic. It's really just, yes, you're going to have to take the responsibility to go after what you want and to learn the skill sets and the mindsets to go get what you want. There's no doubt about that. That's why you're here today. But ultimately, isn't that what it's all about? Have a really awesome day and do it again? I think so. All right. Hey, it's me, Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Glad you're here today. New Facebook group is going great. It's got 250 or 60 members right now. Not bad for a couple of days. I fully expect about 1,000 members here within a week or two. It's growing really fast. If you would like to join us on Facebook, it's free for anybody. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Daily Boost Podcast. Answer my super simple questions, and I'll let you in. If you don't, I won't let you in. That's the rule, okay? And come on in. There's some cool people in there. We're just barely getting the conversation going. It's moderated by moi. It's safe. It's cool. Not trying to sell you a bunch of stuff or keeping the bad people out. It's just a cool, positive, upbeat place. If you want to join us, facebook.com/groups
Daily Boost Podcast. That's how you do that. So, 3 steps to get any change you want. Oh, no. Listen, everybody and their brother is a life coach these days. It's like the pandemic happened and everybody in California said, I'm a life coach now. Let's go online, get a Zoom thingy and become a life coach. I am not a life coach. I'd never bill myself at that. You will not see it on my business card. I'm just a guy who lives and helps you along the way, okay? I'm not a life coach. However, I've learned that a lot about life has to be coached. So I help you out with that stuff. But there's a lot of advice out there, but I don't really care about any of that advice. All I care about is this, the result, what works. Can I simplify it to the lowest common denominator of what works? And basically that means not listening to about 95% of what's out there, including me a lot of days. If you tune into me one day and I'm like off base for where you are today, move on. Fast forward. That's okay. Take what works for you today. I'm a big believer in simplification. Having done this for a couple of decades now with tens of thousands of people and 50 million downloads, a lot of stuff going on here, just so many conversations. I have almost gotten bored with it. I've gotten bored with certain things, and what I've gotten bored with is the overcomplication of getting what you want. Stop it. I'm tired of it. So here's how we do it. 3 steps required to change anything. Is that an oversimplification? I can't talk. You just fill it in for me, okay? Is that an oversimplification of what it takes to get what you want? Or is it the acceptance that everything is simple until we muck it up? You and me and that guy over there were our worst enemies, aren't we? Give us a second and our mind starts running. And before you know it, we mess everything up. That's okay. That's your mind's supposed to do that, by the way. As soon as you go on autopilot, your mind switches to what's called the default mode, the default brain. And it's just kind of thinking about all kinds of, it's like you're sitting on the beach. I'm going to be mindful and enjoy the sunset. Oh, it's a beautiful sunset today. Oh, I got to change the oil in my car. Boom. Your mind just went someplace else, didn't it? It does that. And that's why your mind is always wandering. It's scary. But I think we overcomplicate things because we're humans. Because we're afraid of change. We don't want change. That's why your mind wanders. Your mind's always looking to avoid change and to make things better that you know. But the second one, the simple, that everything is just should be simple. We should accept it. That's the one that I live on. And we'll talk about today. So what are those 3 steps? Number 1. First step in getting anything you want is to know what you want. Give me a beer. Let's relax and talk. We just solved all the problems of the world, didn't we? So wait a second, Scott. That's my big problem. I don't know what the hell I want. I get it. Now, a lot of folks are going to argue that the first step is the most difficult. I get it. I don't think so. I think it's just a decision. And I think the answer is in your head already. And that's what I do in my coaching when I work with Fisher Passion and Wisdom the Wealthy and all my private clients. Basically, the answer is already there. I've seen it 10,000 times. I know it's already there. It's just a matter of me saying, accept it. That's it. And make a decision to go after it. So yes, I'll agree with you. It's difficult with all the complexity of the world. Maybe you have to slow down a little bit before you can figure it out and get to what you really want. But I've always believed there's a little place inside your heart, a little smile on your face that makes you a little brighter when you just accept that you really kind of know what you want your life to be like. And if you'll do that, you can change anything. And it's always right there. So yeah, maybe you feel it's the hardest spot. And maybe it is for you right now. But it's still the first place to go, isn't it? You got to know what you want. Like they say, work with the outcome in mind. That's the first step. I don't see this any more difficult than the other steps either. I don't, and I know that because of in practical practice. That's a Scottishism. In practical practice, I know that you will say to me, Scott, the hardest part is knowing what I want. Wait a second, I figured it out. I know what I want. Now what do I do? Boom. It just got harder, didn't it? See, the first step is not more difficult than the second step or the third step that we'll get to. So what is the second step after you know what to do? Well, you need to know how you're going to accomplish your goal by establishing a framework or a roadmap to get there. I don't know what to do. How am I going to do it? I get it. You don't know every single step. You haven't been down the road before. I would never expect you to know everything. And in fact, if you were to tell me I've never, ever done it before, but I know exactly what to do, you would lose so much credibility with me in a millisecond. Because I know better. There's no I don't care how much you Google, how many books you read, how many podcasts you listen to. If you haven't done it by experience, you don't know how to do it. Period. However, unless you've been living under a rock, you do know the major steps, the big significant accomplishments, the big rocks, The big dominoes you have to knock over, as they say. You do know those, don't you? So you may not know the little itty bitty steps that are freaking you out and stopping you from taking action, but you do know the big stuff, generally speaking. Look around, you'll see them everywhere. There's all kinds of examples. So if you know what you want to do, now you have to say, okay, let me get a roadmap. I don't really know where I'm heading, but I do know I have to at least go out to the car and start the car and go down the street. Start there and put the big blocks together. You'll be amazed what happens. Because once we have the big blocks, it's a little bit easier to fill in the stuff in between, isn't it? So finally, you got to take consistent and disciplined action toward your goal every waking moment. Oh, no. That action thing. I got news for you, okay? A lot of people complain about taking action. You mean I got to take action? I got to get up every single day consistently and in a very disciplined way, go after it. Every time you allow your focus to shift, you're going to be further away from your goal. But let me challenge you on something, if I may. A lot of folks who cannot somehow get themselves to take action are, in fact, at this very moment in time, taking action in everything else except what they're supposed to be doing. Everything you say you want, you're not doing, but you're doing everything else. Am I right or right? Now, listen, this is just common sense and truth. That's why when I work with folks, if you and I were to have a conversation, we'd be upbeat and positive and optimistic and going for it and figuring stuff out. At the same time, I'd call you on your stuff. I would. Because once I call you on your stuff, the stuff you know you need to be called on anyway, you're left with the stuff you know you need to do. It gets out of the way of all the mess, the mindset, the noise, the buzz, the interference, all the stuff that you weren't born with, but you picked up along the way because you happen to be living with about 7.3 billion other people on the planet, 1,000 cable news stations, and the internet on top of it, you think? I give you the right now. By the way, Dr. Scott gives you your diagnosis right now. You are rightfully confused. You ought to be, you should be, you are. Good job, you did it. Now let's fix it. Slow down a little bit. Let's get rid of all the stuff that's out there, all the stuff messing you up, and just decide the 3 steps. You ready? Here you go. Know it, map it, do it. I know it's simple. In any closet, kitchen-based, bedroom-based, front seat of your car-based, Panera-based, coffee shop-based life coach can tell you, that's what I say. Know it, map it, do it. But do you hold people to it? Or do you just placate them, toss out the unicorn and rainbows, and say, hey, follow your dreams, it'll happen. It won't until you get real. And the minute you get real, if you listen to me, and if you play with me, and you work with me, you're going to get real, because we're going to get results, and that's how it is. That's a little too tough for you. There are plenty of places to go, but if you like it, stay here, because that's the world we live in. All right, have a great day. I got stuff to do, because I know what I'm going to do. I know what the map says, and now I just got to go do it. And that starts right now. See you tomorrow.